أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah to all the students. I welcome you to another G3 Hifz-ul-Qur'an course. Today, we would be listening to the Hifz and revising all the surahs we have memorized. So let's start our class with the recitation of the Holy Qur'an. Can I request the support teacher to please pick a student for that? Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum. I would request AG3074 to kindly unmute his mic.
AG3074. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Can you recite the following verse with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Translation.
O my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Taha 115.
Okay, Jazakallah. So let's go over the class etiquettes quickly. I hope all students have done their ablution, are wearing clean clothes, have head covering, and are in a quiet place with your parents, and have entered the class with the correct ID. So please make sure that all students are following the class etiquettes. So now we will move on straight to the Hifz. The breakout rooms will be open, and students who received the invitation, please kindly click on join. So can I now request the support teacher to please pick a student for reciting their Hifz?
Yes, I would request AG3100 to unmute his mic.
AG3100, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. Could you tell me which surahs you have not recited in class?
Surah Nasr and Surah Al-Kafirun.
Okay, Surah Nas and Surah Al-Kafirun. Then can you
Surah Nasr.
Nasr. Okay, can you recite for me Surah Al-Nasr?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلوا في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا.
Okay, Jazakallah. Your memorization was good, but let's see what rules we can follow together to improve our Hifz. Okay, you can see here I've highlighted the stroke. Do you know what the stroke is called? This one?
Alif Mad.
What type of mud is it? Is it a small mud or a big one?
Big one.
Yeah, so it's called Maddul Kabir. So we have to make sure that we prolong it for around 5 to 6 seconds, okay?
Okay.
So can you recite this verse again by following that rule?
Okay. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Okay, and let's see here. We have a noon which carries a shadda. Do you know which rule applies here? When we join, what do we do?
2-second nasal sound.
Yes, that's right. So we have to do a nasal sound here. Well done. So let's look at the last verse here. So the last verse you recited very quickly, so I couldn't hear it very properly. So can you recite it again for me?
Okay. فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا.
Okay. As you told me before about the nasal sound, so we have to do here as well the nasal sound for around 2 seconds. Can you do that?
Okay. إنه كان توابا.
Yes, well done. Also, I would like to ask you this ha, it carries a stroke. Do you know what type of stroke that is? Uh, do you know? Do we prolong the stroke?
كسرة.
Sorry?
نشكو كسرة.
It's a vertical dhamma. So for how long do we prolong it for?
2 seconds.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Jazakillah. Can I have another student, please?
Yes, next student will be AG3118.
AG3118. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam.
Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited?
Surah An-Nas.
Surah An-Nas. Okay, so have you memorized it?
Yes.
Okay, please start then.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Okay, well done, mashallah. So let's look at some rules we can apply to the surah to improve. As this first verse, we have a ayn here. So I did not hear you apply ayn with a thick sound. We recite the ayn from our throat. So we have to make sure we differentiate it from alif. A'u. Okay, can you recite this verse again?
قل أعوذ برب الناس.
Okay, that's better. Well done. Also, I would like to ask you this noon here. So what rule do we apply here?
Thick.
No. When we combine it with ba and noon, what do we do with this noon? Do you remember?
No.
Okay, we stay in this noon and do nasal sound. Birabbin nas.
برب الناس.
Okay, well done. Also here we have a noon sakin. Do you know which rule applies here?
نون غنة.
Yes, so we do nasal sound here. Same here with this noon mushadda and here noon sakin. Both places we have to do nasal sound. But here with noon sakin, do you know why we do nasal sound here? There's a condition.
I don't know.
You don't know, that's okay, because the next word is not huruful halki. So that's why we have to do nasal sound here. If you look at here, we have the 6 letters of huruful halki. Can you see these?
Yeah.
Okay. So whenever a noon sakin is followed by any of these huruful halki, then we do not do nasal sound. However, here we have, sorry, let me just go to the page. Here we have a sha, sheen. So is sheen a nasal sound here? I'm sorry. Is sheen حروف الحلقي? Can you find it here?
No.
Yes. So we would be doing nasal sound. That's the reason why we do nasal sound. So can you pronounce this verse again by following this?
من شر الوسواس الخناس.
Okay, that's better. Well done. So keep practicing the nasal sound at home and inshallah you will improve. Jazakillah.
جزاك
Can I have another student, please? Assalamu alaikum. Can I have another student, please? Support teacher?
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Sorry, the mic was muted.
It's okay.
I'm saying his brother is also with him,
All right.
and his ID is AG3043.
Okay, AG3043. AG3043. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
Surah Al-Kawthar.
Surah Al-Kawthar. Okay, then can you recite it for me?
Inna a'tainakal
But that was A'udhu.
A'udzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul inna a'tainakal kawthar fasali rabbika wanhar. Inna saniyaka huwal abtar.
Okay, well done. Jazakillah. Your memorization was very good, mashallah. So let's look at some rules we can apply together here. Okay. Do you know this? We have a noon which carries a shadda. Do you know what rule applies here?
No.
Noon ghunna? Did you say noon ghunna?
No.
I can't hear you properly. I think you said noon ghunna, which is right. So we do nasal sound here for around 2 seconds. Do you know this rule?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So we have to stay here. Inna.
Inna.
Well done. Mashallah, your hifz was very nice. So keep working on the noon ghunna. Also here, we have a stroke here. Do you know what type of stroke this is?
Vertical footer.
Yes, that's right. And for how long do we prolong it for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, that's right. So can you recite the first verse for me by following the rules? From Inna?
Innatinakal Kawthar.
Okay, that's better. Well done for trying, mashallah. So keep practicing that home and inshallah you will improve. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can I request the support teacher for another student?
Yes. Next student will be AG3078.
AG3078. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
AG3078. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
I haven't recited any apart from Surah Al-Lahab and Surah Al-Fatiha.
Okay, so which surah would you like to recite for me?
Surah Al-Nas.
Okay, then please start with Tawaz and Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul a'udzu birabbin nas, malikin nas, ilahin nas, min syarri waswasil khannas, alladzi yuwaswisu fi sudurin nas, minal jinnati wan nas.
Okay, mashallah, well done. Your recitation was very beautiful, mashallah. So let's look at some things that we can work on. Mashallah, there was no mistake, which is very good, and you did not prolong any fatha dhamma kasra, which is very important. So well done. Also here, we have a noon sakin. You did not follow the rule. Do you remember which rule this is that I'm talking about?
Ikhfa.
So we do nasal sound here, yes. For how long do we do?
2 seconds. 1 second.
It's
2
around 1 to 2 seconds. So we have to stay there and we have to conceal the sound. That's right. Can you then recite for me this verse?
من شر الوسواس الخناس.
Well done, mashallah. Jazakallah. And keep practicing at home. Jazakallah.
جزاك
Can I have another student, please?
Yes. Next student is NG3063.
N03063. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
Surat Kafir.
Surah Kafir. Okay. Can you recite it with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
Okay, mashallah, well done. Your hips was very nice and very beautiful, mashallah. So let's see what we can learn today. There were no mistakes. You pronounced it very well. Just a few points I would like to highlight that the ayn, I could hear that you're not pronouncing it from your throat. So we have to make sure that ayn and alif, we have to differentiate between those two. So here, this verse you can see, La a'budu. Can you pronounce it again?
لا أعبد.
Yeah, a'budu. So we have to make sure ayn is pronounced from our throat. Can you recite this verse again by following that?
لا أعبد لا أعبد لا أعبد ما تعبدون.
Well done. You improved, mashallah. Well done. Also here we have a dal. So you applied a rule here, which is very good. Can you tell me which rule you applied here?
jerk.
Yes, qalqala. That's right. Well done. I don't have anything to say, mashallah. Your hifz was very nice, so well done and keep it up. Jazakallah.
Shakra.
Can I have another student, please?
Yes. Next student is NG30. He has disappeared. NG3079.
NG3079.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
Surat Nasr.
Which surah? Can you repeat? Surah An-Nasr?
Hanji.
Okay, so can you recite that for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iza ja'a nasrullahi wal fath wa ra'aitan nasa yadkhulun fi dinillahi afwaja fasabbih bihamdi rabbika wastaghfir innahu kana tawwaba. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Well done, mashallah. Your hifz was very nice. Beautiful recitation. So let's look what you can improve together. There were actually not any mistakes, but let's look at the first verse. Do you know what the stroke is called above the alif? Do you know this? Okay, can you tell me, is it a big mud or a small mud?
Big mud.
That's right. Well done. So it's madul kabir, and we have to make sure that we have to prolong it for around 5 to 6 seconds. So iza jaa. So can you recite this first verse again for me by following that?
Ja.
Yes, that's better. Well done. So keep practicing that at home, okay? Mashallah, your hips was very nice. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Can I have another student, please?
Yes. I will unmute NG3065.
NG3065. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
Master and to person.
Okay, so can you recite for me Surah An-Nasr with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iza jaa nasrullahi wal fath wa ra'aitan nasa yadkhuluna fi dinillahi afwaja fasabbih bihamdi rabbika wastaghfir innahu kana tawwaba.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. Your hifz was very nice. So let's see what we can learn together. Do you know what type of mud this is in above the alif?
Yes,
Yes. Can you tell me the name?
Madakasaki.
Well done, Madul Kabir. And you prolonged it very well. So well done, mashallah. Also, I would like to ask you, we have a noon shadda here. What type of rule do we follow here?
Sunnah.
Yes, for how long do we do it for?
3 seconds.
Yes, that's right. So can you recite the second verse again for me?
ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا.
Yes, well done. Well done. So keep practicing that home. Mashallah, your hifz was very nice. So jazakallah. Mm. Can I have another student, please?
Yes. I will unmute AG 3029.
AG 3029. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
First of all, my brother's sick, so can I read?
What is your ID?
AG 3089.
Okay, AG 3089. Yes, can you tell me which surah you haven't recited?
Surah Ikhlas.
Surah Ikhlas. Okay, so can you recite that for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. Your hifz was very beautiful, mashallah. And there were no mistakes. So let me just ask you one question. You applied a rule here. Can you tell me what type of rule is this dal?
Al-Qalam.
Yes, that's right. And is it a strong or a soft one?
Strong.
Yes, that's right, because it comes at the end of the verse. So well done. Also, we have another word here. Do you know what type of letter this qa is?
You have to read a tick.
Yes, it's a tafkhim letter. Well done. So we have to read it here. Also, this question I would like to ask you, it's a bit tricky, but you know, we have Allah here. So do we pronounce it thick or thin when we join it with the word?
Tick,
Yes, and why is that?
because the previous wa has a fatha.
Yes, well done. MashaAllah. Jazakallah, Hasanul Jaza.
Can my sister read?
Yes, what's her ID?
NG3093.
NG3093. Yes. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Can you tell me which surah you have already recited in class?
Surah Nas and Surah Falaq and Surah Fatiha.
Okay, so which surah would you like to recite for me?
Surah Ikhlas.
Yes, so please start with ta'awuz and tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. Your hifz was also very beautiful, mashallah. And there were no mistakes, which was very good. Also, I would like to ask you the same question. Do you know what this da here as well? What type of rule do we follow here?
Golga.
Yes. So is it a strong or a medium?
Strong.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Also, another question I would like to ask you, if you know, that we have a meme sakin. Do we stay in this meme sakin?
No,
And why is that?
because it doesn't have a tashdid on it.
Yes, but do you know it might be a bit difficult? So if meme sakin is followed by ba or meme, then we stay in it.
Yes.
Do you know that rule? Yes, okay. So well done, mashallah. I have nothing else to say. And keep practicing how you usually do. So jazakallah.
NG 3093 is AG 3029 also reciting or not?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I'm asking whether his brother will recite or not.
His brother is not well, so he said he couldn't recite.
Okay, right. Okay, next ID can be AG 3033. Sorry,
AG,
NG. It is NG
all right.
3033.
NG3033.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class? Which surah you have to recite for me? Can you tell me?
Surah An-Nas, I think.
You haven't recited that?
Well, I do think.
Okay, so what about Surah Al-Falaq? Have you recited that?
No.
Okay, so can you recite that for me?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر الغاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done for your effort. Let's look at some things we can learn together. Let me share my screen. Okay. This third verse, I think you pronounced it wrong. So can you recite it again for me?
من شر حاسد إذا وقب.
It's. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
It's من شر ما خلق.
من شر ما خلق.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Also, I would like to ask you that we have a qa here. Do you know what type of rule we apply here?
We have to make it into sukoon.
Yes, we do make a sukoon, but what type of sound do we apply here when we add sukoon?
A jerking sound.
That's right. So is it a strong jerking or a medium jerk or a soft jerking?
Medium.
It's a strong jerking because we are at the end of the verse here. So it would be a strong jerk. Also here, we have a ayn here. We have to make sure that we pronounce ayn from our throat. So can you recite the first verse again by following these two rules?
Okay. قل أعوذ برب الفلق.
Yes, that's better. Well done. So please keep practicing the qalqala sound and ayn sound at home, and inshallah you will improve. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khairan.
Can I have another student, please?
Yes, I will unmute AG 3077 now.
AG3077. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Can you tell me which surah you have not recited in class?
Allahab.
Allahab. Okay, so can you recite that for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Ma aghna anhu wa ma maluhu wa ma kasab. Sayasla naran zata lahab wa imratuhu hammalatal hatab fi jidiha hablum min masad. Amin.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. So let's look at some rules we can learn together. So this verse here, we have a ha and it carries a dhamma. So do we prolong dhamma?
No.
No, yes. So you prolonged it for a bit. So we have to make sure that we do not prolong fatha dhamma kasra. Same here. It's wamra'atuhu. So we do not prolong the ra and alif, okay, because it carries a fatha. So can you repeat this verse again for me?
Okay. Ma aghna anhum humma luhu wa ma kasab.
Yes, well done. Also, you applied a rule here, which was very good. Can you tell me what rule that was?
Kalkala.
Yes, that's right. So what type of kalkala? Is it a strong kalkala or a soft?
Strong kalkala.
Yes, well done. Also here, the alif, it carries a stroke. Do you know what type of the stroke is?
Madasagir.
Yes, well done. So for how long we prolong it for?
3 to 5 seconds.
Yes, well done. So we have to make sure that we prolong it for the duration it requires. So well done. Keep practicing and do not prolong any fatha dhamma kasra. Inshallah, you will improve then. Jazakallah.
Allah.
Allah Hafiz. Can I request for another student?
Yes, I would request AG3062 to unmute his mic.
AG3062, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Can you tell me which surah you haven't recited in class?
Tabbat yada abi.
Okay, Surah Lahab, you haven't recited?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you recite it for me with Tawaz and Tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد.
The last verse, can you repeat it again? في جيدها.
في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Okay, well done. Jazakallah. So let's see what we can learn together. There were no mistakes, so well done. It's just the last words you kind of forgot, but you corrected yourself, so that's fine. I would like to ask you, we have a ba here. What type of rule do we follow here?
Gunna.
No. It's a sound. There's certain sound we do.
A joking sound.
Yes, that's right. So, do you know, is it strong or soft?
Strong.
Yes. So can you recite these words again by following that?
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Okay. So we have that's better. So please make sure that we do not stop at a word and start. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. So we don't have to stop at that because that's just breaking the meaning. So can you recite it again?
سيصلى نارا ذات لهب.
Yes, well done. Perfect. Also, we have a saw here. Do you know what type of letter this is?
No.
You don't? That's okay. So it's a tafkhim letter. So we have to pronounce it with the thick sound. Sayos.
Sayas.
Yes, that's better. Okay. Jazakallah. Can I have another student, please?
Yes, I will unmute the mic for NG3082.
NG3082. Assalamu alaikum.
I can't unmute her. Okay, I will unmute AG3116.
AG3116.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you have not recited in class?
Surah Al-Kawthar and Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Okay, so can you then recite for me Surah Al-Ikhlas with Tawaz and Tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. Your hifz was very nice. So let's look at the surah. Can you tell me, we have a da here at the end. What type of rule we follow here?
Kalkala.
Yes, so Surah Al-Ikhlas is a good example to learn about qalqala. So we have to make sure we do a jerking sound here. So can you recite this first verse again for me?
قل هو الله أحد.
Yes, that's a bit better. Well done. Also, the last verse again.
ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Yes, well done. Also here we have a noon which carries a tanween. Do you know what type of rule we follow here? Is it izhar or ikhfa that we do here?
Izhar.
Yes, well done. And why is that?
Because there is an alif.
Yes, well done. So there's a alif, and alif is what type of letter? Do you remember? So here we have it, huruf al-halki, and you can see here alif is here, right? Can you see the screen?
G.
Yes, so we have a alif here. So any of these 6 letters, if after tanween or noon sakin, we have these letters, we do not do nasal sound. So well done for pointing that out. So keep practicing this rule, inshallah, at your home, okay? Jazakallah.
Jazakallah. Miss, can my brother have a turn?
Yes, what's his ID?
A G3115.
115, okay. Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Yes, alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Which surah are you going to recite for me?
Surah Al-Fil.
Okay, so can you recite with Tawaz and Tasmiyah?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طير أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Fakla.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. So let's look at some rules we can practice together. Uh, the last verse, can you recite it again for me? The last verse.
فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Yes. So, you know, the aleph, it carries a sukoon. So we have to do a slight jerk. فَجَعَلَهُمْ كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ.
فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Yes, that's a bit better. Just do not prolong the ma. That's a bit better. Okay, I would like to ask you, we have a ra here. Do you know what type of letter this is?
It's a thin letter. I
It's a
don't
thin
know.
letter?
No, it's thick, I mean.
Thick letter. Yes, it's a thick letter, but it's conditional, so it carries a sukoon. So do we pronounce it thick or thin?
Thin.
No, it's
I
thick.
mean thick. If it
Yes.
carries any stroke on the top, it's thick.
Yes, so if it carries a sukoon, if a ra carries a sukoon or fatha or dhamma, then it's thick. If ra carries a kasra, if it's below, then it's thin. So well done. Also, we have a noon sakin here. What type of rule do we apply?
Ikhfa or nasal sound.
Yes, and for how long do we do it?
2 seconds.
Well done. So can you recite this verse again by following that rule?
ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل.
Yes, well done, mashallah. Jazakallah.
Zakla.
Can I have one more student?
Yes. I will request NG3015 to unmute her mic.
NG3015. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you tell me which surah you have not recited in class?
Surah Al-Falaq.
Surah Al-Falaq. Okay, so can you recite it for me with ta'awuz and tasmiyah?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر
إذا وقب.
إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. You just forgot the part, but that's okay. So let's look some of the rules we can learn. You did here, if you can see Noon Sakin, you followed the rule. Can you tell me which rule that was?
A nasal sound.
Yes, and for how long do we prolong it for? Do the nasal sound?
2 seconds.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Also, we have a qa at the end. And do you know what type of rule we apply here?
قلقلة.
Yes. Is it strong or is it soft? Do you remember this?
Strong.
Yes, that's right. Because it comes at the end of the verse. So we have to do a strong qalqala. So well done. Also, we have a ayn here. So I think you did not pronounce it from the throat. So make sure that alif and ayn, we need to make sure that we differentiate between these two. A'u.
أعو.
Yes. So can you recite these two verses again by following the rule?
Yes. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق.
Yes, well done. Well done. So keep practicing these rules at home. Jazakallah. So now we are reaching towards the end of our class. So the homework for today is all students must memorize Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 1 to 8, and keep revising all the previous surahs. And also when you're reciting Surah Al-Baqarah, to keep a lookout for all these rules, Tiqra, Majestic Lam, and Iqlab rule. So let's end our class with the prayer after of the Holy Qur'an. Can I request the support teacher to please pick a student for that?
Yes, I will unmute NG3114 for the recitation of prayer.
NG3114. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
NG3114.
I think, can
Yeah.
I? Wa alaikum assalam. Can you recite the ending prayer with Ta'awuz and Tasmiyah followed by its English translation?
Yes. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Which one should I do, the top one or the bottom one?
From the top, both.
Okay. Allahumma arhamni bil-Qur'an
Bil-Qur'an al-Azim.
Bil-Qur'an.
Yes.
Qur'anil Azim. Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran.
And this verse also, Waj'al.
Huli Imanu Ravahu Dava Rahmat, and make it for me the leader, the light,
The guidance.
The guidance and the mercy.
Okay, Jazakallah, well done. So inshallah, see everyone on our next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.